Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies. And in today's video, I am a huge Marvel fan. I'm kind of a bigger Star Wars fan. But I actually do really love the MCU and what they've done with the story. And I do the MCU reviews on my channel and all that, but I've never actually gone back and reviewed all of the movies. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to do that. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to start with none other than Iron Man. Boy, what can I say about this movie? So, what can I say that everyone else hasn't said before? I actually do really like Iron Man. With that said, no, I wouldn't call this the best movie in the MCU ever, but it is the one that started it all. And really, when I watch it, I kind of get like flashbacks from when I used to watch it when I was little. It's actually been quite a while. It's been over 10 years since this movie came out, and it's just such a fun movie, and it's the one that started it all. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review. So, it starts out with, of course, Tony Stark. He's a playboy philanthropist. That actually is a phrase that happens later on down the series. No, he's a rich kid, really, and his dad was apparently part of World War II and made a whole bunch of weapons. As did Tony Stark. Growing up, he's in charge of the Stark Company, where they make nothing but weapons, and he makes tons and tons and tons of money. And doesn't matter. All he wants to do is pretty much have fun in his life and enjoy it. But then other things kind of take a turn. He, unfortunately, after doing his job and presenting a new weapon, gets captured. Gets captured by the 10 Rings, which is a whole nother story. We'll talk about that in a totally different video. The 10 Rings, Shang-Chi is actually coming out, and I still haven't even seen the trailer for it yet. When it comes to our boy Iron Man, our boy Tony Stark here, I really love how he just starts out like a jerk, really. He's not someone you want to trust and everything. He's a rich guy with a bunch of money who just is just having fun. That's it. He doesn't really carry any responsibility at all. And then after what happens to him, after being captured, after being in that cage, he's brutally injured. Actually, it's quite a scary scene. The first time I saw it, I was actually I was a little kid, obviously, so I was a little freaked out when I saw that he had that thing in his chest. Of course, the arc reactor in his chest, and hooked up to a car battery and everything. And then he meets the one guy that actually helped him, and I love the fact that at the end of everything, he just wants to go and see his family, the one guy, and he does get to. Unfortunately, he dies. His entire family has been dead, and he's going to go and see him. And the last thing he says to Tony Stark is, "Don't waste your life." Tony Stark then, after a really awesome, really cool scene with him having the Mark 1 Iron Man suit that he literally built inside a cave. This dude was a genius. He literally built that thing inside a cave. I'm sorry, not even Batman built his suit inside of a cave. I don't care if you call it the Bat Cave. It wasn't like what Tony Stark had to put together. I love the design of the first Iron Man suit as well. And yeah, after he's saved, he goes back to his regular life, but he makes some proper changes. He doesn't want to make weapons because he's seen what weapons have done to his own, his own country's people. He wants to protect. He doesn't want to destroy anymore. And so, what does he do? Okay, technically he builds the most powerful weapon in the world and considers it a shield, which is something that's actually said in Iron Man 2, references to Iron Man 2, but we'll get there in another video. I really love his whole character development within just the first movie. Now, don't get me wrong, by the end of the movie, he's still a smart butt. He's still kind of a jerk, kind of the rich philanthropist. But to be honest with you, he has a reason to care, And I really liked the whole journey throughout the movie. It turns out that Obadiah Stane, who he thought was a good guy, who helped his father and everything else, kind of like a father mentor to him as well, turns out to be the villain, turns out to betray him, turns out to actually be the one who tried to get him killed in the first part of the movie. And I love that whole reveal. Now, a lot of people say, okay, it was obvious that he was a villain. I'll give you that, but it's just a classic story that I really enjoyed. And I love the fact that Tony Stark, he's a wounded human being who doesn't have superpowers. He just has his brains, and he uses his brains to become Iron Man, to become a hero to all. And he's as much as a normal guy as you could possibly get. He's a jerk even. Now, I love the fact that even this jerk can change. That's why I love the Iron Man movie. That's why I love Tony Stark. And then, of course, there's Pepper as well. To be honest with you, she in this movie was a fun character. She obviously cares about Tony Stark a lot. I love the fact that she, after replacing the hearts, she actually took the old reactor, put it in a box, and said, proof that Tony Stark has a heart. That was great. And then we also have another scene that I absolutely 100% love, is when the little droid, when Tony Stark is about to die, because, of course, we have Obadiah Stane being the villain, taking out his literal heart. The arc reactor is basically his heart. It's keeping him alive. He takes out the arc reactor, and Tony rushes to get the other arc reactor. And I love the fact that it's that silly little droid that we made fun throughout the entire movie. I love the fact that it was that droid that saved him, like a little puppy. You make fun of your dog all the time, but in the end, your dog helps you out a lot. So I really also like Dummy the droid as well. Dummy is a great character in the movie as well. He's basically Tony's dog. And then there's Jarvis. Jarvis in this movie is nothing more but a computer program. He's fun, he's witty. There's a lot of great humor throughout the movie. Yeah. Iron Man. There's a lot more I could say about this movie, but the reason why I won't is because everything that has been said about this movie, that I want to say about this movie, has already been said by other YouTubers. I just simply want to express the fact that I I love Iron Man. I do. I love the MCU, but Iron Man is my top number one superhero. And it all started with this movie. It all started with the first Iron Man. Now, personally, I prefer the second one over this one, which to a lot of people, that's going to be a huge surprise, because a lot of people apparently did not like Iron Man 2. I don't know how you couldn't. I thought Iron Man 2 was great. Great. Which we'll talk about in a later video, of course. My next video will, of course, when it comes to superheroes, be Batman versus Superman, and then I will be reviewing Hulk. Look forward to that. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out for now. Let me know down in the comments below, why do you love Iron Man? And don't say you don't love the first Iron Man. Yeah, okay, it's not the best movie in the MCU, but how can you not love the first Iron Man? Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.